Doji Dolls back at again with another video, and today I am beginning the very long process of making my summer movie. I try to make a summer movie every single summer, and I have been doing that for the past few years or so. This year I'm going a little bit more big, let's say. The last two movies have been centering around one or two characters and kind of follows their in real life kind of story. This one is not that. This one is much more big and much more ambitious. That's the word, ambitious. I was about to start this process when I was like, you know what? Why don't I take you guys along for the ride? So welcome to my few-part series where I teach you guys how to write, set up, film, and maybe even edit an AG movie or series. So this is the first video, and it's about writing. How to write an AG movie or series. For those of you outsiders who may not be a part of the AGTube community, basically the AGTube community is where we take American Girl dolls and use those dolls to make our own films, either because we don't have the money to pay for actors or because we just really like, you know, being children again, I guess. Which brings together the AG series or film. An AG series is a series compiled with American Girl dolls. Each episode is usually around 5 to 13 minutes long, and there's usually 6 or 7 to 11 or 12 episodes in one season. Seasons, there's normally around, I'd say 2 to, let's say 7 seasons in an entire series. And so as you can see, these series can go on for a really long time, or maybe they're just a couple episodes in a row and that's like a small series for you. There you go. So by no means are these AG series as long as the 30-minute episodes that normal shows have. These are kind of small snippets. An AG movie kind of follows that premise, except instead of a series where it's a bunch of different episodes compiled into one, it's one video that is much longer than a single episode. A normal AG series movie is, I'd say, around 10 to 30 minutes long. Sometimes it can be a bit shorter, sometimes it can be a bit longer, but what I classify as an AG movie is between those two time strains. The movie I'm writing right now is going to be about 25 or so minutes long, so we'll see if I actually make it out the other end. Anyways, let's get right into how to write. The first thing you want to do when you have an idea for a story is write out that idea. If you don't write down that idea, it's going to leave your brain. Then you won't be able to remember what the concept is, what the plot is, and you might forget a small detail here or there. So what I like to do is write out my entire idea, maybe even solidify a few moments here and there that I really want to add. Or maybe if you're not going into the story writing process with a solidified idea, sometimes I just have a vague concept and then I just start writing straight away and see where the writing takes me. The next thing you want to do is begin your writing. What I like to do is break up my writing into different scenes that I film separately. Usually I do a scene change whenever the setting changes. Like if they walk through the door into a different room, then I'll change the scene. So like scene 1, everyone is in their bedroom and then they all start running downstairs. Scene 2, the basement. That's actually the first 2 scenes of my summer movie, so you get a little sneak peek there. Within each of your scenes, you want to describe your setting in as most detail as possible. You also want to write down your character's name and some dialogue. The dialogue is probably one of the most important things in writing a script, but also be warned, sometimes the dialogue can change. You don't know how many times I've been filming Magi Academy when all of a sudden I'd be like,
I don't like that line, or that line needs a bit more explanation.
So I just change it completely. Be warned that when you film, you will probably make some changes. You also want to describe the actions that your dolls are taking. If someone moves across the room, you might want to put that in there somewhere. If someone puts their hand on someone else's shoulders, you put that in the script somewhere. You need to be very clear in your script so that when you're rereading it as you're filming, you know exactly what to do and what the idea is. And that's basically it. Those are pretty much just the basics that you can follow straight away, so that's pretty much the end of this video. But if you still are wondering or questioning about some things, here are some tips and tricks of mine that you can use when writing your script. When writing your script, I like to use the program Google Docs because you can edit the documents from anywhere, whether it be a computer or a phone. You can edit it from multiple devices, so someone else's computer or someone else's phone. You get where I'm going. Also, it's a program that runs off of Google, so every document you create is automatically connected to your Google account. And if you're like,
hey, I don't have a Google account.
If you have a YouTube channel, you have a Google account, because your YouTube channel comes from your Google account. You get where I'm going? Thank you. My next tip, typically in a script, every page translates to 1 minute on screen. So if you have a 20-page long script, that's a 20-minute movie. If you have a 5-page long script, that's probably a 5-minute movie. Of course, it roughly translates. Usually dialogue takes up a lot of space on the page, so if you have a lot of action and not a lot of dialogue, sometimes the minutes translate to longer in your script. Another tip is please try to avoid cliches. I know this is a super hard thing to do, but guess what? This is AGTube. On American Girl YouTube, most of the people making videos on here are like 8 years old. To be honest, most of the 8-year-olds on this app don't know how to write movies. Meaning they stick to the cliches, like,
This is the true meaning of Christmas. It's to be happy and be around your family, yay!
or,
Oh my god, I just lost my favorite purse, now I'm gonna cry.
just don't do that. Please, make something original. If you make something original, people are more likely to see it and you're more likely to love the final outcome. Another tip, make things believable. Please make things believable. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe the times I've watched videos where literally a minor inconvenience will happen to a doll and then the next scene they're just crying. You don't cry after minor inconveniences. I mean, some people do. I used to, but like, just it's not believable. Just stop. Make something better, please. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next episode in this little series where I'm going to show you how to set up a set for a movie. I know it's going to be pretty fun. Aren't you excited? I'm excited. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't done that, do that right now. Be sure to remember that I post every single Saturday, or at least I try to, and Thursdays is Magi Academy Season 4. Keep on the lookout for that. Don't forget the little bell, and goodbye.